going to make a video thanking each and every person that donates to the PayPal. Every person. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another banger here on the Ey3Tito channel. Today, we are just coming in with another Ey3Tito life update. Just kind of giving a touch where I'm at. So I've been working on. There was one day, like 2 days ago, where I did a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm working on a real big video that should be out later tonight. But I realized I haven't sat down and kind of explained. So the last couple of my uploads have been pretty negative in tone. And that's because I hit a point where I just couldn't carry it all anymore. There was the weight of money and the weight of life and the weight of debt and the weight of dreams and the weight of just so many things piling on. And eventually it broke. I couldn't take it anymore. I fully snapped. I was ready to just call it quits and just throw it all away. But I did some meditation, some universe work, and I asked the universe for any other way, just something, man, just some way for life to not be so terrible. There had to be something. And the universe delivered for me. Things worked out in a way where they worked out for me in a nice way. So yes, I am gonna have to keep working. I'm gonna have to get a job. I don't currently have a job, and that sucks. The job market is just so brutal. At least for me. Apparently it's not that way for everyone, but I'm finding it extremely difficult to get a job these days. The last year or so, honestly, but it's gotten even harder. Like you can go in and talk and call and talk to as many people as you want, but it doesn't matter. They make you go through the online process, and the online process is done by terrible, very poorly built AI. So you never even get anywhere in the process. I'm rambling. But basically the big news, the overall point, is I'm finally going home. And that's how in my head I justified the fact that I'm going to have to continue working. Since, November 7th, 2023, my life has sucked balls. Of course, all of that is entirely on my shoulders. It's my own fault that my life has sucked so much since then. But life is hard, and I was just trying to find some footing as an adult and in the world, and having to deal with lots of things I don't like. And I think I finally found my footing around the emotional side of life. I'm finally getting a pretty decent grip on that, which is ironic considering I broke, but you got to break before you can fix. So, I'm getting better at dealing with the emotional part of life. I still struggle sometimes. My main struggle these days mentally is I get this panic. Whenever I start thinking about money too much, and I start thinking about the financial situation and the economy and where it's at and how much money it takes to just exist, I start to really spiral fast and panic. But in terms of my depression and my anxiety and my social anxiety in particular, I've gotten much better at working through those things. I have built tools to deal with them ever since I got off the meds. I've actually been working on solving my problems and learning how to work through them rather than just numbing them away. I still definitely do numb away often. That's definitely a big thing I do. And maybe I'll confront that at some point, but if I'm being 100% honest, the numbing aspect of my life is the only thing that's holding it all together right now, if I'm being totally honest. There's a lot of nerves and a lot of pressure and a lot of stress. A couple days ago, like 3 days ago, I got served a notice to vacate because my shitbag bastard roommate has not been paying his half of his legal obligation on the lease he signed. So, that's a really awesome thing that I've been dealing with. Unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, me and my dad, we've already made plans and booked tickets and put money to the moving process. That's going to happen like late August 20th, around there. And so, I don't, if I had rearranged plans money, then I wouldn't be in this situation to begin with. So that's real. That's a real stressful thing I'm dealing with. I check my email like a spaz. I just swipe, check. Now that I'm thinking about it, let me check my email real quick. Just make sure. because I just don't want to get caught off guard with them being like, oh, well, actually, you're evicted and you had 3 days to get your stuff out, but we sent you that 3 days ago, so get out. That's the anxiety part that I'm still dealing with, is the overthinking and the paranoia a little bit. But overall, in terms of life and the way I'm feeling and the way my mind is working these days, and even the way my body is working these days, I'm feeling better. Yesterday, I finally went and I got some food. It wasn't a lot of food, and it's definitely not nutritious food, but it was all I could afford, and I am glad because I finally got something decent to eat, which makes a big difference in mood. But I'm not now. I didn't think about it because the money hadn't come out of my account for my power bill, so I didn't even consider it. But now I'm $10 short for my Wi-Fi, but maybe my dad will help me out with that, or hopefully one of these things I have listed on one of these marketplace sites or apps sells. So I have lots of stuff to sell, but in terms of life overall, I'm feeling decently optimistic. I'm still not happy with the state of the world right now. I'm not happy with the way our world and our society works. There's lots of things I'm not happy with, but I can't really change them. So all I can do is learn how to live within the boundaries that I've been given, and money, But I'm finally going home. But it's all I've wanted since November 7th. It's all I've dreamed about. It's all I want is to go home, back where the ground vibrates right and the air gets cold and you can feel it in your lungs, and it revitalizes you, and there's actually weather and the air isn't thick and doesn't stick to you, and the scenery is beautiful and the colors seem to pop. Yeah, I got lucky and I got to grow up in a really beautiful place, and now for the last almost 2 years I've been out and about in the world, and let me tell you, there's a lot of parts in the world that suck if you don't have money. I'm not moving back to the quality of my old life, but that makes sense. I have to earn it. But I'm so unbelievably excited to be heading home, finally. So the content is going to get so much better once I'm back home, because there will actually be things to do. Like here in Texas, I don't leave my house, because what's the point? I live in the super hood. There's fucking tweakers everywhere. There's literally nothing to do. I'm in a city. There's nothing to do if you don't have money. If you don't have money, there's nothing to do. It's hot. It's humid. The crime rate around here is it's 14% higher than where I'm moving to. That might be an exaggeration. I don't remember the exact number, but I looked it up. It's a noticeable difference. So once I'm finally back in Colorado, where I belong, the content will be better. I'll be going on hikes. I'll be getting jobs, and I'll be filming all of it, cutting it up, making cool vibes. I'm really excited to go to the mountains. When me and my dad finally do go camping, I'm gonna make a video out of that. Not to mention, if you took all of my videos, the main theme, other than me, which naturally that's the main theme, this is my show, but the main theme of my channel here is THC, a little bit of ganja, you know what I'm saying? And I'm moving from the state where ganja is the most illegal to the state where the ganja is the second most legal. So, and I'm 21 now, and once I get my financial situation not so fucked up, we're gonna be getting lots of really good weed content. Lots of pins, lots of dabs. Maybe if I end up getting sponsors or something, we can do different types of devices. Because weed's the only thing I really care about. Weed and music and light and water and the, cosmic sacredness of the world we live in. The things behind the reality. But in terms of reality, I mean, my YouTube channel and weed, that's really what keeps me going. So the channel's going to get a lot better, man. And I'm going to get a lot better. I'm so excited to go back home. I'm feeling way more optimistic about life. I've started taking care of myself again. I've started putting work into getting ready, because I'm only 30 days out now. I'm a month out today. So that's really exciting. I need to somehow get $875 by 8-9 days, but I'm really hoping my base will sell. Maybe I can drop the listing and figure out how to get the other $100 from somewhere. I have a guy offering to buy it for $750, so that leaves me 100 something down. That might work. I could do that and see if my dad could help me with the rest until I could pay him back with something else I'm selling. I have tons of designer clothes, tons of literally pounds of Supreme. So many clothes, probably like 20, 30, 40 items total, and I don't want any of it. So if anyone watching this knows where the best place to sell like hype beast clothing is, let me know, man. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know. Or, you know, you can always DM me on Instagram. I'll always see it. I'll probably respond. Nobody does, but I spend way too much time on Instagram. But yeah, I'm doing better. I'm starting to take care of myself. I'm starting to care about life again. I definitely need to get outside more, but the problem is that I'm gonna make a video about it. But the problem is my place here has been infested with wasps. That door right there is covered in wasps. That glass door. Right out front, my front door, there's like 2-3 giant fucking wasp nests. They only get bigger. But they leave me alone. Generally, they leave me alone. So I guess it's not too big of a problem, but also it's hot. I'm just making excuses. I need to get outside more. I need to drink more water. I need to figure out how to cut out my dependence on caffeine. That's a big thing. But, you know, overall, life is getting better, man. We're doing good. If you've been around the channel for a while, you probably notice I have a habit of, you know, I do pretty good and I'm building up, and then I break and I fucking crash out. I post a bunch of real depressing type videos, and then I come back. That's just kind of the way I work. That's kind of how I've worked my whole life, is I have these like 1 week lulls. Like I'll be like super energetic and super like on my shit, and like I'm focused and working, and like I'm like locked into life for a week, and then like the next week I'll be like totally eroded by internal darkness. So, you know, I do my best, but I need to, you know, the channel's a good reminder that when I'm in those bad times, I can look back and be like, okay, there's always a way out. Just need to stay optimistic and try to find the way out rather than just giving up. But yeah, things are doing better. Yeah, I got a donation to my PayPal. A huge thanks to Jacob D. A huge thanks to Jacob D. I need to make 2 videos about this donation actually, because one of them, so I'm going to make a video thanking each and every person that donates to the PayPal. Every person. Right now it's only one. Huge shout out to Jacob D. I'm not gonna put their full legal name, just their first name and their last initial. But every single person that donates anything to the PayPal is gonna get their own thank you video. So that'll be cool. And then on top of that, the other thing I need to make a video about is, so right now the money that he sent me, I cannot use. I was gonna use it to buy food yesterday, but I can't. So basically on PayPal, unfortunately, the way I set it up, it was stupid. I set it up through a fundraiser because it was like the best way to keep my legal information from not being on the pay form. But because of that, PayPal registers you guys donating to me as a good or service. So once you donate to me, of course you don't have to do anything. You don't even have to donate. But if you are going to donate, I would really appreciate it if you go through the time to go back and look at that transaction on PayPal and click confirm purchase or confirm order or whatever it has. So right now, Jacob D, he donated me $21.10. Absolutely amazing. My jaw dropped when I found out. Absolutely amazing. But unfortunately right now, it's on a, let me figure out exactly what it is. Unfortunately right now, it's on a transaction level hold, which due to my research leads me to believe that I won't get that money for like 31 days unless you confirm that you received your good or service. So if you do feel like donating, which would be massively appreciated, keep this channel going, especially once I'm back in Colorado. If you donate, you know, I can do like a Pinjamin review. You personally could fund a Pinjamin review or a game review or, you know, something like that. Help keep the channel alive. But like I would do a pin review every day if I could afford it, genuinely. They get good views. I love doing them. I love smoking pins. I would do a pin review every day if I could afford it, but I can't. But if you do feel like donating, just please go and confirm the transaction so that I can actually use the money you sent me. So it's not just sitting in PayPal purgatory. That was kind of long-winded, but yeah, that was what I wanted to say. So yeah, I just wanted to come in and give a life update because I see from the comments that you guys seem to care. And so sometimes when I crash out like that and then I just don't update, I worry that I don't want to worry anybody. So there's this video. There'll be a couple more videos coming out today. I hope you enjoyed the song I dropped this morning. I really like that. I think I might do a video of it, or a remix version of it, not sped or slowed down. Man, I'm all over the place. I can't talk right now. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. I love you. I hope you're doing well. If there's any type of video at all you want to see, any video at all you want to see me do, or a topic you want me to talk about, or advice you want me to give, I'm not really in a position to give anyone advice, but you know, I got lots of interesting things brewing up in this head. If there's anything at all you want to see here on the channel, drop a comment down below, please. I love video ideas. On top of that, I think I'm going to start posting on Instagram, maybe. I figured short form content is fun, and I spend a lot of time on Instagram, and I know millions of other people do too. So I don't know what I'm going to post on there, but I've been thinking about that. Something brewing in my head. So thanks for watching. I love you guys. Make sure you stay happy, stay healthy, stay hydrated, my friends. And until next time, much love, y'all. If you are financially endowed and you do feel so inclined, there's a PayPal link in the bio of this video and in the bio of my channel. It would help out a ton. Peace out, y'all.